Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today it's our fifth lecture. It's again about the hypothesis testing. Topic of today's lecture is test of hypothesis concerning the population means and Z-test. This lecture is for the class BPS 6th evening. Course title is Applied Statistics for Managers, and this first slide is about the practice or the exercise of formulating the null and alternative hypothesis in the case of 4 or 5 situations. For example, if the first situation is the average domestic consumption of electricity in 50 units per month, and we have to formulate its null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis, then our H naught null hypothesis will be mu is equal to 50 units, because the population is given 50 units. Average domestic consumption of electricity in 50 units per month is given, so it is our population, and the population mean is equal to 50 units. Its alternative hypothesis will be H1, and it will be mu is not equal to 50 units, because other than the null hypothesis are our alternative hypothesis. Same is the case with second, third, fourth and fifth example. Second example is no more than 80% people like a particular PTV program. So its null hypothesis will be P means population or portion. Portion is less than or equal to 0.80, because 80% is equal to 0.80. No more than 80% people like a particular PTV program, so portion is 0.80, less than or equal to, and its alternative hypothesis will be that portion is greater than 0.80. It means we are testing whether the people, 80% people less than or equal to likes the program or not. Third option is about the average age of a first year student in 18, first year class student in 18 years. So our null hypothesis will be population mean is equal to 18 years, mu is equal to 18, and alternative hypothesis other than the null hypothesis will be mu is not equal to 18 years. Case 4 is no more than 30% people pay zakat, so null hypothesis will be portion is less than or equal to 0.30, and alternative hypothesis will be portion is greater than, P is greater than 0.30. And last is drug A is more effective than drug B in curing a disease. So null hypothesis will be mu A is equal to mu B. There is no difference in the effectiveness of two drugs, and alternative hypothesis will be there is more effect of drug A than drug B. In this slide, the critical region or the critical values of Z for both one tail and two tail test are given. Mostly our level of significance are 1%, 5%, 10%. So the critical values of Z for one tail test is given 0, and critical values of Z for two tail test are given. You have to learn these values, and that during the testing we will use these values, just like you learn the tables of 2, 3, 4, and you learn some other values, as the value of pi is 3.145, so you have to learn these values also. Before starting our numericals. First, I want to revise again the steps to follow in testing procedures. We will follow these steps, and according to their preference. First, we have to state our null hypothesis, and it is denoted by H naught. Then we will state our alternative hypothesis, and it will be represented by H1. Null hypothesis is the hypothesis that is tested for possible rejection, and alternative hypothesis is the hypothesis other than null hypothesis. Level of significance is your certain fear of accepting the null hypothesis, and it is denoted by alpha. Mostly we use 5% or 10% or 1%. Critical region is if the calculated value of z means your z statistic, is greater than the critical value, which in the last slide I have gave you the 4-5 values against the level of significance for one tail test and two tail test, is greater than the critical value, reject H naught at alpha. Test statistic for the z test is x bar minus mu. X bar is sample mean, mu is population mean, sigma is population standard deviation, and n is the sample size. And in the last we will write down note down the conclusion. And you have to also keep in your mind that z test is we will use z test when our population will be normal, its parameters are known, population is well defined, and sample size is large. Large means more than 30. In this slide also, according to your book, I have shown you the 5 steps which we will follow in the testing procedure, and how you will state, and just it is according to Here is our example. Second, the mean lifetime of electric light bulbs produced by a company has in the past been 1120 hours with a standard deviation of 125 hours. A sample of 100 electric light bulbs recently chosen from a supply of newly produced bulbs showed a mean lifetime of 1070 hours. Test the hypothesis that the mean lifetime of bulbs has not changed using 5% level and 1% level of significance. They have given you the 2 level of significance. So in the solution, what we have to do, we have to follow the procedure of testing the hypothesis. And what is the procedure? Procedure have the 5 steps. First, we have to state the null hypothesis, and according to the question, the null hypothesis is, which we have to test, that the mean lifetime of bulbs has not changed. Then secondly is the alternative hypothesis, and alternative hypothesis is other than the null hypothesis, and it will be that the mean lifetime of bulbs has not changed. Third step is the level of significance, and here are 2 level of significance. I am using only 5% level of significance, and you by yourself will practice for 1% level of significance. The rest of the procedure will be same, just the critical value will be changed, and critical values are given in the slide number 3. Then you have to choose the test statistic, and test statistic you have population well defined. It means population parameter mean is given to you, population standard deviation is given to you, sample size is 100, so sample size is large. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the Z test, and Z test is x bar minus mu over sigma over n square root, where x is a sample, x bar is sample mean, x is representing x bar, mu is population mean, sigma is population standard deviation, and n is sample size. Now what is given in population mean is mu is equal to 1120. The overall, the total average mean is represented by population mean. Sample mean x bar is 1070, and population standard deviation is sigma is equal to 125, and sample size is 100. Critical region if z calculated is greater than z tabulated value, and tabulated value according to the slide number 3 at alpha 0.05 is plus minus 1.96, we will reject our H naught. So dear students, here is the solution. H naught is mu is equal to 1120 hours. The mean lifetime of the bulbs has not changed. H1 alternative hypothesis is mu is not equal to 1120 hours, means the lifetime of the bulbs has changed. Level of significance is equal to 0.05 and critical region is 1.96 or minus 1.96, plus 1.96 and minus 1.96 for 5% level of significance, and they have also shown for 1% level of significance. So if they ask in the question to use both the level of significance, then you will use 5% or 1% as well, but here the question which we are doing is only for the 5% level of significance. So from the question, sample mean x bar is 1070 hours, sigma population standard deviation is 125 hours, n is 100, thus we will use the z test, and its formula is x bar is equal to mu or mu naught over sigma over n square root. We will put the values 1070 at x bar, mu 1120, sigma 125 and 100. We will calculate 1070 minus 1120 and get the value 50, and 100 square root is 10, so 125 as it is, and when we calculate these values we got minus 4. So conclusion is, since the calculated value of z is 4, which exceeds the critical value of plus minus 1.96 at the level of significance at 5%, so we reject H naught, and here we concluded that the mean lifetime of the bulbs has changed. Same is the procedure for every question. Just you have to first see in the question what is the population mean, what is the sample mean, what is the population standard deviation, what is the sample size, and what is the level of significance. You have to see first the sample size. If the sample size is large, more than 30, then use the Z test. If the population is normal, then use the Z test. And if the population parameters are known, it means the population mean is given to you, population standard deviation is given to you, then use the Z test. Or if the population is well defined, it means then use the Z test. In case of any condition is not fulfilled, then you will not use the Z test. So here all the 4-5 conditions which are for the Z test are in the question, so we are using Z test in all the 3-4-5 examples which are from your book, and in this lecture is only about the Z test. Next example is the mean weight of a tablet of a certain drug is claimed to be 50 mg. A sample of 100 tablets showed a mean weight of 50.15 mg with a standard deviation of 0.4 mg. Using the 1% level of significance, can we conclude that the desired weight is not properly maintained? Solution: we will first sort out the values. Our null hypothesis is that mu is not equal to 50 mg because we have to test using at the 1% level of significance that the desired weight is not properly maintained. So desired weight is 50 mg and our null hypothesis that it is not maintained, so mu is not equal to 50 mg. Alternative hypothesis is other than the null hypothesis, so mu will be is equal to 50 mg, it will be greater than 50 mg or it may be less than 50 mg. Level of significance is given to you is 1%, so alpha is equal to 0.01. Critical region according to the slide number 3 is plus minus 2.58 at 1% of level of significance when we have two-tailed test. So from the question we have sample mean x bar 50.15 mg, population standard deviation sigma is equal to 0.4 mg, n is 100, thus that is equal to x bar minus mu over sigma over n square root, and when we calculate solve these values, we get 3.75. Since the calculated value of z is greater than the critical value, so hence we reject h. Another example from your book to make you the more things clear. Nothing is different, everything is the same. You have to first state the null hypothesis, then alternative hypothesis, then you have to sort out the level of significance, the critical region value, then you will put the values into the test statistic formula and find out whether the calculated value is greater than the critical values. If it is greater than, then you will reject the H naught, or if it is less than, then you will accept the H naught. This example is also the same. We have to use the same steps, same procedure. Just the difference is that can we support the climb that at 0.01% level significance, a sample of 50 cables is tested and it is found that the mean breaking strength is 1850 pounds. So mu is equal to 1800 pound, which is given to you, and our alternative hypothesis will be that it is greater than 1800 lb. This slide is about the previous example. In the previous slide we have solved the example 13.6, and in this slide the slide also include the conclusion. This last slide is also about the example 13.7. Example 13.7 is, it is claimed that an automobile is driven on the average more than 12,000 miles per year. To test this claim, a random sample of 100 automobiles owners are asked to keep a record of the mileage during the year. Would you agree that the claim, if the random sample showed an average of 14,500 miles and a standard deviation of 2,400 miles, use alpha is equal to 0.01? And example 13.8 is, a manufacturer claims that the average lifetime of his light bulbs is 2000 hours. A random sample of 64 bulbs is put on test and their lifetimes in hours are recorded. The following sums are obtained from the lifetime. Sum of x is equal to 127808, and sum of x minus x bar whole square is equal to 9694.6. Test the hypothesis that the manufacturer is overestimating the lifetime of the bulbs, taking alpha is equal to 0.05. Here solution simple is null hypothesis mu is equal to 2000 hours and the alternative is mu is less than 2000 hours. Alpha is given 1% and critical region values from the slide 3 is minus 2.33. We have to do the calculations. We have to find the population standard deviation, but population standard deviation is missing, so we have to estimate the standard deviation by ourselves by using the population standard deviation formula, which is sum of x minus x bar whole square over n. We put the value and we get 12.31. Rest per sample mean is given to us 199.1997 and population mean is 2000. Sample standard deviation we have calculated 12.31 and sample size is 64 square root. We put all the values and in z test formula x bar minus mu over sigma over n square root. Now instead of sigma population standard deviation we will use the estimated standard deviation and it is denoted by s small s, so we get minus 1.95. Since the calculated value minus 19.95 is greater than the critical value minus 2.33, we do not reject H naught at 1% level of significance. The manufacturer is not overestimating the lifetimes of his bulbs. Thank you students. Have a good time. I am sure the lecture points are clear to you and there will be no difficulty. You have to consult your book. I have provided the photocopies of the notes into the class already, and and if somebody have no notes, then I think and I'm sure these slides are enough for you. Good luck and take care.